Hello and what is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Miguel. You're watching Miguel EDC, the channel where we talk everything EDC gear here. And today we're checking out the Phantom from Roxon Tools. Right, this is going to be very, very interesting. An art of blade interchange. So this one has a beautiful trick up its sleeve. You should be able to interchange blades with this one. 16 on 1. You know, the box kind of gives you an idea of different possibilities with this one. So let's go ahead and dive in here. Of course, I'll have this guy linked down below, just like every other product you can see in this video. We got the user manual here, which we'll come back to in case we need to at any point in this video. We got the sheath here, right? Nice fabric sheath. Also in the box we have, some additional hardware. We got some screws and a T6, T8 tool as well. So that's pretty interesting, pretty cool. All right, so that's what they are. They are bonus 2-piece wire cutters. That is cool. So say you use the wire cutters a lot and they dull over time and you want to put some fresh new ones on there. Boom, that's what those are. So that is nice. All right, that's a pretty nice little value out there if you ask me. Now for the sheath, here we go. We got the sort of fabric sheath with the stitching here, the strap in the back to put it on your belt, right? Actually feels nice and tight here. Loving the fit and finish. Roxon logo in the front with the no Velcro here. This one has the latching button there. Nice satisfying pop right there if you ask me. We have the multi-tool, which, man, this is going to be a treat right here, you guys. Hope you're ready. Hope you're ready for what this one is packing. And then also has a little pocket in the back for the additional tools, which are some different bits and whatnot, which we'll get to in a moment, kind of showcase that so you guys can see what those are all about. But let's go ahead and dive in here and see what this guy has to offer. Kind of give it a nice little wipe here, wipe away any oils or anything like that. So this is called the Phantom, right? The Roxon Phantom. We have a ruler out here with centimeters. It looks like those do not look like inches. So centimeters there. We have whatever this locking button there is for. We have this similar lever mechanism, which I really like on the KS2E Elite, right? In case you haven't seen the unboxing on this one, it's actually pretty nice on a very small form factor. So definitely check it out. And it has that system there, which allows you to pull out the tools so you don't have to fish with them with your nail. And then it's also a locking lever there, so it allows you to unlock the tool, which is cool. We'll check this guy out again here doing some size comparisons, but that is what we have going on here. So bam, there we go. You can easily get to those tools. But let's go ahead and I want to start with the big stuff. Holy macaroni, that is a chunk of blade there, you guys. That is a chunk of blade. So the other one, this one said it was D2 steel, but this one doesn't say what steel it is. So future me, slap that on the screen. By the way, here's an idea of all the different possible blades you could attach or put on this guy, including a comb right there and whatever that one is. Holy smokes, that is crazy. Possibilities for blades here are pretty epic, if you ask me. So this guy here so far looking pretty good. We'll do some scientific testing here in a moment. It is a liner here, so all I gotta do is push the liner out of the way and it will close just like that. Again, very easy to, you know, pull it out with your thumb here and then put it back in place. Now I'm wondering what, because I'm seeing the lock system here. So if I slide this guy out of the locking icon, and I'm gonna give you a closer look so you see what I'm talking about. That has a lock icon right there. So if I slide it to the other side, does that mean that I can take out the blade? Ooh, whoa. Well, it actually allows me to take out the whole plate. Wait a second. Oh, man. Let me get this blade back in here, ladies and gentlemen. And let me get you a zoom out. Here we go. If I do this, unlock here and unlock there. Wow. Yeah, that whole plate comes off. That is crazy. That is insane. I have seen no other multi-tool up until this point that allows you to, you know, as modular as this is right now. So shaping to be a very modular multi-tool, no doubt about it. I mean, we already saw how many different blade options you can put on this guy. So yeah, very straightforward construction. You have the pivot right there, right? And so let's say we were to assemble it back. We would just put the blade there on the pivot, right? It is a liner lock, so this liner is always putting pressure. It has a D10 ball as well, so you can see. So put that there, and then it's as simple as, I wonder if we have the ability to see. All right, so that's what it looks like. So this is what it looks like when you lock it, right? So locked, it adds this additional thing on the inside that locks it in place. Call it a thing, for lack of a better word. I don't know what to call it, but just wanted to show it to you guys. So that is nice. So that keeps it in place. So putting it back together should be very straightforward. It even has these rubber seals, if you would. So that's pretty tight. And go ahead and line it up there, eyeball it, push down, and then lock there and lock there. And voila. It's like, it's like some of the, I'm at a loss for words. It's one of the coolest things I've seen on a multi-tool, period. That is pretty nice, pretty epic, and I am digging it. So yeah, we know any side that has that is going to be a basically locking, unlocking scale that we can use to swap the blade. Let's see what we got going on this side. Boom, there's our saw, right? Very straightforward saw. If I ever saw one, I'm going to wear that joke down until the end of times, right? With the nice intermittent pattern there on the teeth on each side, right? Very straightforward stuff, all right? Very functional, of course. Go ahead and yes, it is a locking saw with a liner, so you have to disengage the liner to close the saw. And let's go through all these tools here. So we have a good set of flathead can opener. This is probably a wire stripper. If I had to guess, that's going to be a wire stripper right there. We have the awl tool on this one with no hole, so just a chisel ground awl tool right there. And we have our flathead, sorry, Phillips head, and what looks to be, well, first of all, this is, before I get to this guy, we have a Phillips head here, and this is where the little socket here comes into place. So I found the square side, put that thing on like that, and then I can plug in any of these bits, right, that I want to work with. So if I want a thicker flathead, screwdriver, if I want, all right, there it is. If you guys want to take a closer look, T6, T8, T10, 2.0, H3.0, H4.0, PH2, PH0, and PH00, triple O. So that's pretty straightforward there, right? How you can use all of these different bits, right? Using this tool on the Phillips head extension there, like that. By the way, it works the exact same way on the KS2E Elite, just for reference. And last but not least, by the way, these are all locking tools. So in order to unlock the tool, just push back on the lever like that, and that unlocks the tool. I mean, they put some thought into this, you guys. The fact that you use this system here like that to pull out the tools and then to unlock the tools, that is crazy. We have this last one right here. This one's going to be a little bit of a scraper right there and a can opener at the same time. Also locking, so I'm going to go ahead and unlock like that. And are we missing something? Probably are. Let me see. I like to go in blind first to see what I can find out first. Let's go ahead and see if we can get to the pliers here, shall we? Bam, boom. All right, spring-loaded pliers right there. There you go. You got the fine point, right? Regular pliers, your wire cutter and stripper. Also in here, by the way, those are replaceable, like we talked about earlier. They give you an extra pair out of the box, which is nice. Even with 2 additional screws. So you got these screws there, right? You got some spare ones, so that's good. And yeah, nice spring-loaded action there. Pretty comfortable too. I love how the handles are nice and rounded. This one's got to be, I kid you not, has got to be one of the most comfortable multi-tools I've checked out, just because of the handles shape and nice and contour and rounded like that. So that's feeling nice. I still don't know what the heck this is, so I gotta figure out what's going on with this bit right here. Probably has something to do with scissors. Not sure. Haven't seen any scissors yet. So we'll take a look here and see if we're missing anything in a moment. So there are your pliers. Nice satisfying close there. It's a little bit of a quiet close, right? Doesn't really snap shut like some other ones I've checked out here in the channel. But man, what is happening? Like what? Oh, there it is, right? So you got to have the pliers open here just to be able to access this guy. So you push out here, boom, like that, and then keep going. Whoa, bam. Oh man, these have got to be the Titanic of scissors if I ever saw one. Holy macaroni. And what is this? I'm still trying to figure out what this locking thing is. Oh, okay, I get it. So the handle locks, right? That handle stays locked, and in order to fold the handle, you have to push the lock button, and then you can fold the handle, and then you can fold the scissors in like that. Oh man, let's go ahead and check that out again. That is intense, guys. I don't think I've seen as big a scissors as these are. These probably take the cake so far in the channel. So before we actually compare tools here, let's go ahead and do a quick folded comparison. See, here's what I mean. I can't fold this handle in unless I click the unlock button. So unlock that button there, bam, and then A quick folded comparison, and then we'll compare some tools as well. So here's a quick rapid fire size comparison when folded next to the other Roxon that we've got a chance to check out here in the channel. This is the KS2E Elite, right? Very small form factor, very similar to the E1 from Nextool, right? Then followed by the SOG Power Pine, which these three are going to be the small, light carry, compact multi-tools. And then we get into the big boys right here. These outer ones are going to be the hardcore heavy-duty multi-tools. We got the Roxon Gen R right there, the Fleesa multi-tool, the Leatherman Free P4, and the Nextool Flagship Pro. And so you can see it's actually size-wise, thickness-wise, right? I feel like the Free P4, the Roxon, the Fleece are a little bit maybe on the slimmer side. Definitely compares to the Flagship Pro in that thickness the most. And I do have content for all these multi-tools in the channel, guys. So if you want to check any of them out, just put the multi-tool name Miguel EDC on the search box and you'll pull that video up right away. Now for a quick plier showdown here comparison, we got the SOG Power Pine and the B-Berry Mini Multi-Tool. Those are going to be a little bit on the smaller, light duty side of things. And on the comparable heavy duty side, we got the Gen R and Fleesa multi-tools right there. Very comparable to the Phantom here, as you can see. And to wrap things up, we got the Nextool Flagship Pro and the Free P4 here from Leatherman. These two and this one here, these three, the Fleesa, Rockport, and Free P4 are not spring-loaded, whereas the Nextool Flagship Pro and the Roxon Phantom are indeed spring-loaded. All of them feature pretty much the fine and regular plier heads with the swappable wire strippers, except the only one that brings it, brings a replacement one out of the box is this guy. So far, that's definitely a W right there. And of course, we got to do a quick blade showdown, starting from the left here, Nextool E1 SOG Power Pine, B-Berry Mini Multi-Tool, the Roxon KS2E Elite, of course the Phantom one, the one for this video, rocking probably the biggest blade with the tallest blade at the same time, Leatherman Free P4, Fleesa Multi-Tool, Roxon Gen R, and the Nextool Flagship Pro, which this one has a replaceable razor blade, if you would, and the B-Berry has a replaceable scalpel blade. So all other ones are actual folding stationary blades, not replaceable, if you know what I mean. So that's something to consider there. And of course, last but not least, a scissor showdown with some of the biggest one in the mix being from the Nextool E1, Roxon KS2E Elite, Roxon Gen R, Nextool Flagship Pro, and of course the Roxon Phantom, with these two I think being the biggest ones. So look at those two right there. So side-by-side comparisons. I don't know, probably have to get my tape measure out here just to have a definitive winner. All right, let's see, as scientific as this probably can get. See if I can get a close approximation here with my caliper. Somewhere around 1.55 inches on the Nextool Flagship Pro, and probably about the same here on the Roxon Phantom, as you can see. So yeah, very similar. Those two are the biggest, and they absolutely take the cake for the biggest scissors, not to mention everything else they have going on. So definitely check out videos on any of those other multi-tools if they intrigue you. Last but not least, a quick cutting test. And this thing's going to cut pretty good. Cutting some paper there, cutting to some cardboard. And of course, as far as that blade goes, yeah, that's where it's going to shine against steel on the screen there. And bam, boom. Definitely going to cut through that paper without any issues. And of course, when cutting cardboard, don't cut perpendicular but at an angle. Let's see how it does. Oh yeah, this thing is not messing around. Flat grind, some good thickness to it. Don't mind my dog barking in the background. Hopefully it's not coming through the camera. But yeah, look at that. Definitely made some quick work out of that paper and that cardboard, guys. Rate this thing in the comments on a scale from 1 through 10. How sharp is this edge? Brand new out of the box. You guys let me know. Well, there you have it, guys. That is the Roxon Phantom, and this one has a ton of amazing features here that I'm really digging. Honestly, I think the cake, if I had to really choose one feature that I absolutely dig, it's the whole locking plate situation here. The fact that you can unlock the scale and liner at the same time, and I believe again they have a whole slew of other different blade geometries you can pick from. And let's say one got dull and you don't have time to sharpen or whatever, by the time you get a sharpen you can swap another one pretty quickly, and it's just a very intuitive system, right? Just lining things up there pivot wise, pushing down and slide slide 2 places, and bam, that is rock solid. There's no wiggle, no movement anywhere, and the action is pretty good. It cuts very well, right? Liner lock situation here. I mean, honestly, that right there is a huge W for the multi-tool community. And yeah, so far, not really seeing a lot of other multi-tools doing that. So that's a huge win. Another really standout feature here is this locking handle, right? That's pretty neat. And, adds additional lever there, and then just fold it back in place like that. I mean, overall, also the ergos, right? The nice and rounded edges on the handle, right? That feels really good and comfortable on the hand. Nothing sharp, nothing stabby or pokey anywhere. I mean, honestly, making a really great first impression, guys. This is just an unboxing and overview video. I will be dropping a comprehensive review video on this guy here in no time. So definitely like and subscribe if you aren't already. Shout out to Roxon for sending this one in for me to check out and share with you guys. I am absolutely, definitely impressed, and hopefully you guys really enjoyed this upload. Let me know what you like about it. What do you love about it? Is there anything you dislike about it, guys? Let's hang out in the comment section down below. Of course, I'll have this multi-tool and every other one you saw in this video linked down below so you guys can check it out. Prices, availability, variants, and all that good stuff. Hope you guys really enjoyed this one. If you made it to the end, you're the real MVP. Hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day. Take care, and I'll see you on the next one. Either this one or this one. Peace.